Howdy, Snake River Opportunities High School. My name is Scott Corgatelli. I'm the principal of your school. Many of you know that I love to hike and walk, and this morning I'm just kind of walking around. Anyway, I just want to welcome you to our school this year, the 2023-24 school year. And this is just a little quick video is going to kind of highlight some important things from me. If you are watching this video a little bit later in the year, come on, Axel. So that's my Poochie's the best. Anyway, if you're watching this a little bit later in the year, just know that most of the information is still super pertinent. There might be some details that might have changed a little bit over the course of the year because we're always changing and adapting to our situations. But you can reach out to your mentor to get more details. So that's kind of the first thing I want to say to you this year as you start this year. Please make sure and lean into your mentor, teacher, because they know everything. They're amazing. They care about you, and they will be able to answer most of your questions with the school. If they can't answer them, they come straight to me. Even if you're struggling with your content, or if you're having an emotional need, a concern about college, all of those things, your mentors usually are the right place. If they don't have the answer, they can find the people that do. So that's the first thing. Second thing is that one of our ways that we keep track of you to make sure that you're okay and that to be accountable to the state for your attendance is that you need to do one of four things every single week. The first thing, and of course we encourage you to do all four if possible, but the first thing you need to do is that every week we send out a weekly survey. And the survey is just a check-in. Usually asks what you're working on, what you need help with, and some fun question. And then also if you have any needs emotionally, socially, or anything that you need to let us know about. And this year we have a counselor who's able to kind of stay connected to all of that. Her name is Becca Franco. She's brand new to our school, and she's going to be able to look in and see if you have any emotional needs. So you fill that out once a week. That counts as a part of your attendance. Your second is that all brand new students are required to be in home base, but of course we encourage everyone to be in home base. This year we're doing something a little different where we have teams of mentors, so they will be sharing their home bases, so we get a kind of a larger group of kids in one group, and so that they can work together. And all home bases are now on Tuesdays. One of the teams will have it early in the morning and one will have it in the afternoon. So that is one way we mark attendance if you show up at home base every week. And if you want to, you can register for that to be a class, a credit. It counts as an elective credit. The third way is to be in contact with your mentor, or myself, or Mrs. Franco, who is our counselor. So if you sent a text, had a phone call with, or had a virtual meeting or something to that effect, that way we know that you're okay. And then the fourth way, which is our least preference, but it's something you still do anyway, is that you have activity in your coursework. And just to remind you, activity counts as what we call in progress work. So you turn in a topic. Now, as always, this is the next big important thing about our school. Not only attendance is important, but the second piece is that you're being successful in making progress toward completing the 12 credits that you're required to take in a year. So, come here, Axel. Make sure and turn a topic in at least every week. Now remember that if you're turning it in, that doesn't mean it's done. That just means that you started and you're in progress. Teachers will always give you feedback, and that means that you need to respond to that feedback for that to become a mastered topic. And you don't get a mastered course unless you've finished mastering all the topics. This year our budget's slightly different. So you could earn up to $1,800 towards your learning tools and opportunities. And you can do that by unlocking access to the funds. So that means that when you reach, say, your first 10% in progress, then we put a deposit in your learning funds budget. And you can participate in Panther Coins contests, and so we reward you when you're doing certain things as well, or have contests between home bases or teams. Obviously, there's so much more that I could talk about. We have some new experiences that we're going to be doing this year, some regional experiences. We're going to go kayaking in the spring, in the fall, go to a lagoon in the spring. We're also going to take some students to Washington, D.C. I think we have about 32 student seats for that. And you can pay for that out of your budget. And I think the cost is around $1,500. Mr. Clayson has some cool new opportunities, including mock trial. And then I think there's a legislative summit, and then there's one other, and I cannot remember right now. But just know that if you're interested in anything that's an activity where there's some face-to-face opportunities to earn credit as well, you can get a hold of your mentor to learn more about that. Also, this year we've started that after home bases, the content teachers on your team, so there's always going to be some sort of social studies teacher, an English teacher, science teacher, and a math teacher on a team. They have a study hall on Tuesdays before or after their home base. That way you could be a part of that. Anyway, so many details. Check out the newsletters, and I send a basically close to every month newsletter that has all school information, and hopefully that'll help. If you have questions, make sure and reach out to us. And we are so excited to meet you and see you this year. It is super important to be on collaboration with other people, so please take advantage of home base. Have a great one and a great start to the year.